Linda and welcome to Barlates Body BlITZ Weekend Recovery Stretch. For today's workout, all you will need is a floor that's quite soft to lie down on, so use a mat if you don't have a carpet. And I'm going to be using one heavy weight to intensify some of the stretches. I've got a 10 kilo or 20 pound weight, but it really is up to you. You don't need to use a weight at all if you don't want to. Okay, we're going to start off really nice and slow. Tongue is in, shoulders are down and back, and we're just going to roll our head. So up and around. I want you to think about letting your head become really heavy, and especially at the front here, allowing your chin just to drop towards your chest. You can close your eyes. Exaggerate that motion so that every time you come around, you're feeling different parts stretching. I want you to push your shoulders down, away from your ears. And we're going to change sides, so around the other way. Pushing those shoulders down will help to lengthen the neck, so you can get an even greater stretch as you come around. A few more. Imagine your head is really heavy. Just slowly letting it rotate. Just two more. And last one. Now I want you just to hang your head forward. And I want you to allow the weight of your head to just completely stretch out the back of your neck. And now looking up, I want you to hang back. And coming up to the side. So you're just fully coming to the side, you're not looking up or down. And then start to stretch your arm down. You can even use your other hand if you like, but I just want you to stretch out this area, pushing your shoulder down. Stretching your neck even further over. And then to the center and the other side, stretching down. Try not to tilt your head so you're directly going to the side, you're not looking down or up. Great job. Now we're just going to rotate those shoulders all the way back and down. I want you to bring your elbows around. Push your chest to the front. Breathing in. Nice rotations. Really squeeze your shoulder blades at the back. 2, 1, and now we're going to the front. So same thing, and exaggerate. I want you to pick up those elbows and then bring it forward. Even round slightly forward through your upper back to increase that range of motion. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're just going to swing our arms a little bit, a dynamic stretch, so it's up and up. Your chest is forward, your shoulders are pressed down, and you're going as far back as you can. Imagine you're pushing a heavy cement block behind you. Pushing, pushing, opening up, squeezing through those shoulders, the upper back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Okay, we're going to start rolling down now, and we're going to start without the weight and eventually increase and add the weight. So I want you to bring your head down to your chest and then roll forward, tipping forward. Try to keep your arms quite close and then just roll down. Grab your elbows and let yourself hang. I want you to hang heavy here. Try to let the whole weight of your upper body just fall down. And then your arms loose and roll back up, pulling your tummy in and articulating through that spine until you're all the way up again. And we're going to do that again. So chin to chest first, then slowly down. Stay close to your body here. And then at the bottom, hold on to your elbows. If you need to bend your knees here, you can. This all depends on your flexibility. Now start to sway. I want you to sway side to side. Making sure you're hanging heavy, side to side. Should feel this in your hamstrings as well. Now stay to one side, put your arms down, and as you roll up, stay to that side, so you really start to feel that side opening. Then roll back down, staying on that side, back to your arms, swing a few times back and forth, and we're going to end up on the other side. 3, 2, 1. Now end up on this other side, so you're angling yourself, let your arms down, and pull up like a rag doll through your upper back, and come upright. We're going to come down one more time. Come down. Hold on to your arms, come center, and come up through the center. So you should be nice and loose through your spine. Now we're going to use that weight, and you're going to have to be very careful with how you use this. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in front of us, roll back down, so put your chin to your chest, rolling down. Now instead of cupping our elbows, we're going to hold on to that weight, bring it really close, almost in between your feet, and I want you to pull up. So the weight has to be heavy enough that you can pull up, rounding your spine without the weight actually lifting off the floor. So you're pulling up, keeping your tummy in, hollowing out your belly here. So you're really stretching, especially through your shoulder blades. Now, very carefully, and only if you're comfortable, bend your knees, weight is in the heels. I want you to roll up very carefully with that weight. If you have any back issues, don't do this. Just roll up without the weight. Now we're going to roll down with the weight, keeping it close to our legs, bending our knees. Weight is in the heels, sticking our glutes out, rounding our back, and coming down. This is extremely slow control because usually we would come down with a flat back to protect our back, but in this case I actually want you to use the weight to help you. Now we're coming back up. See, my back is rounded and I'm slowly straightening using my glutes until I'm all the way up. Okay, shoulders are back. You can use a lighter weight for this, and we're coming back down. Back down. Letting your arms hang. Pulling up again. Really high. Now I want you to lift slightly and twist. Okay, so this is, the fingers are twisted to a 45-degree angle, and you will feel the stretch down the side here. Stretch up, hold your tummy in really tight, bend your knees slightly, and we're going to come up. Stretch to the center, deep breath in, chin down, twist it back to that angle, slowly down. Your weight is really close to that leg. And pull up. We're going to do that one more time on this side. So brace yourself, tummies are in, weight is in the heels, so arms are straight, pull up to the center, breathe out, and roll back down on that angle. Awesome job. Now we're going to go to the other side, so carefully maneuver it to the other side. So now your arms are pointed 45 degrees this way. Round your back, tummy's in, weight is in the heels, bend your knees slightly, roll it up really slowly. Come to the center, and back down on that angle. It's tempting to stick your glutes out so that your back goes flat, but don't do it. Now pull up, really stretch through here. And we're going to come up one more time. Deep breath in, breathe out. Round it up to the center. Breathe out and head down first, round it down. Awesome job. We're coming to the center and we're going to do one more rounding up and down in the center. So remember, bend your knees, weight is really close, round it up and round all the way down. Awesome job. So you don't need that weight now. Fantastic. We're going to stretch out the legs a bit. So I want you to come down into a down dog. So separating your legs and your arms hip width and shoulder width. And I want your heels down if you can. If not, then just keep them up. And just dig your palms into the floor. Dig your heels into the floor. Stick your glutes up into the air. Straighten your legs as much as you can. Push your shoulders down and your arms towards the mat. Now I want you to come forward into a plank. Bring your arms so that they're under your shoulders. We're going to come down, knees on the ground, and push up. So pushing up, stretching out through the front of your abs. Look up at the ceiling. Curl your toes and lift up for a more intense stretch. Then come back down. Come all the way down. Breathe in, breathe out, and come back up. Curl your toes under, knees up, and slowly push yourself back again into that upward dog, downward dog. Now, I want you to come into a plank and we're going to pull one leg to the front. We're going to stretch out towards that knee. So keep your hand close to that foot. Back leg is nice and straight and stretch up. Really feeling that stretch down your glute there and in your obliques. Now I want you to bring your other hand down and we're going to stretch away. So if this is too hard, you can actually put your back heel to the ground so that your foot is facing perpendicular to your front foot. So your heel of the front foot is lining up with the arch of the back foot. This makes it more stable. Breathing out, coming back, going back into that runner's lunge. Hands either side now, Make sure you've got a wide enough stance so your knee is not over the toe, and if you can, come up. So this time I want you to push your hip flexor forward, but keep the back leg straight. And just come up as low as you can. Now, depending on how flexible you are, we're going to back foot down, straighten the front leg. So once again, heel to arch, your feet are facing at right angles, and you're stretching through the hamstring of the front leg. If you can't come all the way here, then just come to wherever you're capable. Make sure your back is flat. And then rotate back, come back into that runner's lunge. Now back knee on the mat and coming back up, pushing forward through that hip flexor. Awesome job. Now we're going to bring that leg back, come back into the plank, bring the other leg forward. Nice wide stance. And hand is down next to the foot and we're twisting towards that leg. Really push out on your fingertips, stretch your back leg long. And then put your other hand down, bring your back heel to the ground at right angles and stretch up. Then coming down, hands either side, turn your toe under, and we're coming up into that runner's lunge. Really making sure that that angle is wide enough so that your toe is not over, so your knee is not over that toe. Stretching out long, you're pushing your hip flexor forward here. And if you can, straighten out the front leg, back heel to the mat, straighten out the front leg, or stay up further. But if you can, come down here, stretching out the hamstring. Back leg is straight here. Then turning your toe under again and coming down and pushing up. Again for that hip flexor, but in a more deeper position by having that knee down. Really focus, keeping the chest high. Great job. Now we're going to sit down with our legs in front and start off with a hamstring stretch where we're bringing our chest down towards those legs. So I want you to really think about leaning forward with a flat back. You're not rounding down like this. Flat back and just come down. Your feet are flexed at first. And then point. Flex. And then point. Roll up. I want you to bring one leg, knees in line, one leg behind you. And I want you to then lean back onto your elbows. So you're stretching out the front of your thigh. The other leg is nice and straight. Look up at the ceiling. Then stretch that leg out. Bring it over the back leg, lying all the way down, and bring your leg in. You can push away this front knee. Now I want you to cross your legs over and take them to the back. So you're crossing your legs, pushing to the back, keep your shoulders flat. Stretching out your spine and your glute. Then come up again, and we're going to do that to the other side. So first of all with that figure 4, and pushing away, and bring that leg in. Push away hard, you're stretching your hip. And then cross it all the way over and bring your legs to the front this time. Your back is flat against the mat. You're using that bottom knee to push the top leg down by pressing with the knee on the shin, on the calf. And coming back up. Now we're going to stretch out that other leg. So bring the other leg behind, bending it. Your knees are together and you're coming back onto your elbows. If you're more flexible, you can lie all the way down. Straight away. Keep your heel close to your glutes. That will intensify the stretch here. Just come up. And we're going to do a few more of those hamstring stretches. Point and flex. Great job. Now sit in a cross-legged position. I want you to bring your arms overhead, really push up high and then lean, pushing away with those hands to really open up the side body. And then come down and press your hands away, feeling that angle change, stretching your upper back. And then we're coming up again and stretching the other way. Keep breathing, deep breaths. And then down, pulling away. Now I want you to come into a child's pose with your legs separated, and I really want you to bring your arm under and press down with the weight of your body. Lengthening that arm. And then bring the arm out, flatten it against the mat, and push down. You're pushing down with your palm, but you're trying to raise up with your body, so you're creating that extra stretch in the shoulder region. Now we're going to do the same thing outside, first underneath. Allowing the weight of your body to stretch through the front of that shoulder. And then arm to the side. And really flatten your palm against the mat and then try to pull up. It's almost like you're trying to do a push-up with this other arm to increase the intensity. Excellent job. Coming up into an all-fours position, and we're going to round up. And then stretch up. Cat-cows, they feel so awesome every single time. Up. And down. And again up. And down. Awesome job. Now we're going to sit back, and if you can, put your hands on your heels already at the beginning, you can. Otherwise, come up and put your hands just on your glutes and chest up to the ceiling. And when you're ready, if you can, down and chest up to the ceiling. Really feeling that stretch through the front of your abs and your shoulders. Awesome job. Coming up, and now with both legs to the side, keeping your heels in by your glutes, coming down. Should be feeling a bit warmer now because we've been stretching for quite a while. So the further you separate your knees, the easier this is. If you want to bring them in closer, you're going to feel the stretch more. Again, if you want to lie all the way down, you can. Great job. And just come into a seated position. Now interlace your fingers and push away, lengthening those arms. And then interlace behind and push up, chest to the front, arms up. Cross over and pull back, rounding your back. And then other arm in front and rounding away. And that is it. Thanks so much for joining me for the weekend recovery stretch, and I look forward to working out with you again soon.